We're together. We're together.
We're in the same place.
Yeah.
Why are we together?
I'm in California.
She has come back to her hometown.
Yes.
Well, not real hometown, but yeah, you lived a lot longer than
I've been there.
Yeah.
Came back a week early, like a week of spending time with friends, and it's been so lovely, but weird because I've been in California, but I've only seen Kia once since I was here. And
twice.
Now twice. I'm back.
Yeah.
So very excited. It's been really fun.
Yeah. So hi guys. We are due to have Richard Brancatisano. I love the Italian.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we are waiting for him. As you know, we are on one side of the world and he is on the other side of the world. So we want to make sure that we got the time correct. And so whenever he tunes in, he'll be joining us live. So Cat is also here because we have a convention this weekend
in San Jose.
So I was saying, in my post, I was saying, this is the first time I've ever done a San Jose comic convention.
No.
And I forgot.
Years ago. It must have been like 2011 or something. It was a long time ago. We did this convention in San Jose, and it was the same weekend they were having this huge sports event.
It was San Jose was in the championship hockey event. So
hockey, that's what it was. Yeah.
Nobody was at the con. Everybody was at the game.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was literally more guests than there was people coming in the door. So it was kind of a fun. And Narvi was with us cracking jokes. It was so fun.
Walter was with us too.
Walter was with us. Yes.
Yeah.
So
this will be our first time back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Me
and
too.
Alex had a couple of things that he wanted to talk about.
Yes,
which I thought was so. Alex, who's froze? Oh, he was froze for a second. There he is.
You guys were freezing a little bit there, but I think you guys are fine.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you guys.
Can you hear us? Okay. Let's talk a little about Fortnite.
Yes.
So I haven't played Fortnite, but Alex has played Fortnite, and you haven't played Fortnite either.
My son was obsessed with Fortnite, but it's all about the skins in that game, like who you choose for skins. And now we have Mighty Morphin skins in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Which ranger did you choose, Alex?
You know what? That will remain anonymous for me because I don't want to just pick and choose just anyone, right? But you know what? I haven't played the game in a very, very long time. Yeah, pink. Yeah, of course. And I switch between pink and yellow, and I don't ever go after characters that are wearing pink and yellow either, because I'm like, well, if you guys want, you can kill me first. It's cool. I'm all right with it. But yeah, so I've been away from the game for a very long time. But as soon as I heard that the rumors that you guys were going to be in it, and I say you guys because you guys are heroes and you guys are still in it. So, I mean, I was like, all right, cool. So lo and behold, here we are. Like 2 weeks later, it actually came true. They brought out Power Ranger skins 30 years later. It's still hotter than ever. It's brought back a lot of players that maybe stopped playing Fortnite, because it's been out for such a long time. But when that nostalgic feel of having, to play with your favorite heroes ever, you kind of come back. And it's cool. Now, the way that they did it was they have something called a battle pass. And what happens is you pay for it. And in this battle pass, you have like 100 tiers. And every level, every tier, you unlock a weapon, something, coins, whatever. And so the two that were in that battle pass was the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. And what they did was like, cool, but then if you wanted the rest of the team, you had to go out and shell out for the rest of the team. So the characters.
What does that mean? Shell out.
You got to pay for the other ones either individually, or you had to buy them as a pack. All 5. So they know how to make money, right? That's the name of the game. So it's cool. It's cool to see everyone running around as Power Rangers and doing the poses and dances on Fortnite and reliving their childhood dreams, I guess, through the video game. So it's fun. Like, I mean, everyone that's anyone loved you guys, and
Aw.
they're on the game and they're playing it. You know, I might not be a little kid, but internally I'm still a little kid, right?
It's exposing it to another group of youth, you know,
Yeah.
like kids, gamers, and people that might not necessarily watch the show are going to play it and be like, oh my gosh, these guys are badass, you know?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because on Netflix has the rights to the first 3 seasons of Power Rangers, right? And then the original, and then they added 3 more seasons with Dino Fury and whatnot. But they re-released the first 60 episodes, and they're calling it Reignition, right? And what they did was they basically threw the first season through an AI bot, right? Video bot that made it look really beautiful, kind of took off a lot of the grain, right? Beautified it, and basically put it out there, and people are consuming the heck out of it.
Wow.
So, but I do got to say this again, you know, if Fortnite was about money, right? Because you're putting all these characters there because you know you're gonna make money. Netflix also knew what they were doing because with the Reignition TV series, right, came out the Reignition toys.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so now you go to Walmart or anywhere and you can buy like the original flip heads. Remember, you press the little belt and the head goes, if it morphs. So they re-released everything 30 years later, probably 6 times more the price than it was back in 1993. By the way, I can probably buy both of you with less than $10, like your characters back then. Now they're $15 each. So. And they re-released the Megazord, everything. People are eating all this up, and it's the Reignition line. So
yeah, they're beautiful. I think we've seen them. They did a really good job.
Yeah, we have toy reviews coming with the flip heads. So yeah, in comparison to what they used to look like, I think that it's really well done, and the boxing is really done well as well.
Yeah.
Well, and then because Hasbro kind of gave up the rights to creating toys, they don't make any more Power Ranger toys. They kind of said, hey, we're selling the license for anyone who wants to make the toys. And I believe it's Playmates or whoever took it over. So it's kind of cool to see that.
When did Hasbro sell to Playmates? Was that last year?
Yeah, I think it was last year. They kind of just said, hey, we're no longer doing. Once they got off the air, I mean, they didn't even make the characters for Dino Fury. Like Hasbro didn't even make Lightning Collection figures for the entire cast of Dino Fury. I think they only made 1.
Oops, you just froze.
Yeah, it's kind of freezing on your side too. Are you guys on the chat seeing them freeze by any chance or no? Let me know in the chat if you see me talking but don't see them. Oh, they disappeared. All right. Well, Power Rangers Playback brought to you by me right.
Oh, hi, Alex. Oh, are we back? We're back.
Your internet was a little yeah, okay. So the chat is saying that you guys were frozen, but I wasn't.
Oh.
It was whatever was happening was probably a connection issue on your end. I didn't want to blame you guys, but I'm blaming you guys.
Hey, I was literally just asking her about her internet today.
And I was like, yeah, it's doing so much better. And then I got a notification from our internet provider that on August 13th, which would be today, they're doing maintenance. But the hours, it was a little confusing. It said 8 to 10 hours, or was it from 8 to 10 p.m.? So Richard, guys, has messaged me. I think we got the times wrong, because I told him 10 a.m., which would be 3 p.m. my time. But I don't know if he's in Auckland. I thought he was in Auckland, New Zealand.
Whoops.
Because you told me 10 a.m. and I was like,
oh, whoops.
Are you not in Auckland?
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
So then that would be my fault. So hopefully we'll see Richard soon.
He's coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do have a question for you guys then before he gets here. Kind of talking about how they're kind of re-bringing everything back, right? 30 years later. It's that cycle, right, where things just kind of come back all the time like this. But with Power Rangers, we also heard that Hasbro kind of gave the rights to Disney. Disney Plus is going to be developing a new, reimagined completely from the ground up Power Rangers with new characters, whatever, however they're going to do it. But I know that it's going to be totally different from anything that has happened before. It's not a continuation. They're actually just bringing it back. Mighty Morphin. Go ahead.
As a fan, would you like to see them do a completely new universe, like completely separate from what the show has been? Or would you like to see them take one of the series and kind of revamp it, like a Mighty Morphin revamp, like they did with the 2017 movie?
Yeah, I think that honestly they might be heading that way. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but if that would probably be honestly the way. Honestly, the reason why is because I'm a little selfish. It was the very first series that we ever saw as kids, right? If you grew up in the 90s. So I think that it would be really cool for kids today. You're talking about 30, 35 years later, like just seeing this from the first time back on our televisions, seeing this story unfold, maybe a little bit more of an edge, kind of instead of being pure kids, kind of give it a little bit more of an oomph, right? Kind of like the CW/DC shows like Superman and Green Lantern and not Green Lantern, but Green Arrow. Yeah, like stuff like that. Those type of style shows I think tend to do a little better. And I think Disney Plus has, them owning Hulu. They could even just say, hey, if you also since it's here, you could watch it on Hulu too, or whatever, definitely. But my question to you guys is, to you two, obviously you're probably gonna get this 10 billion times once it's announced that it's moving forward. If the opportunity arises that they can and will probably have guest spots, is this something that you're looking forward and towards to maybe doing, or have you put a button on that part of like television, like seeing yourselves as, not even heroes, maybe like a consultant in the show to the kids or whatever, kind of like they did with Tommy and Kimberly. They were just in that 2017 movie, right? They were just two people drinking coffee in a coffee place that had nothing to do with the movie, right? Would you see yourselves maybe in that? Or would you like to be a little bit more involved?
I like the idea of being a mentor. I think that would be kind of cool. Have some of the original characters coming back as like a teacher or a parent or something like that. I think, and that like they've passed their powers on to the next generation. I think that would be kind of a cool too.
It would be great to be able to come back and do something to be helpful. Yeah, I would be interested.
You guys see them frozen again, do you? They're frozen on your end, friends on the chat. Just want to make sure. You guys can see me moving, right? And they're gone again. It's all right. As soon as they get back, we'll bring them.
Oh.
What is happening? Today is the day.
There's a full moon out.
Today is the day.
The last thing we heard here as audience was that you would like to come back and be helpful in a sort of way, and then you guys froze. Nakia was what you were talking.
Really verbose too. Oh well.
Yes, I would like to come back. How about that?
Plain and simple.
Yes. I'm going to resend this link to him because I feel like he might not have the right link.
Yeah, and I liked being able to come back as like a full version of my character.
Oh so yeah.
I wouldn't want to just be like a blink in it. I just don't think I don't think there's any point to that. We've done that. So
yeah.
I haven't done that. She has.
Yes. I'm gonna bring them on stream right now.
Someone's here.
Yay!
How you doing?
Hi,
Richard. I am so sorry. Do you live in Auckland?
No, I'm in Sydney.
Oh, he's in Sydney.
I'm Australian. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I had the wrong. What time is it for you right now?
It's 8 a.m. Just after 8.
Oh, have you had your coffee yet?
I have not actually.
Very
I literally I literally woke up.
Oh my
my
gosh.
I had a gig last night, so that's okay.
Without further ado, Richard!
Yay! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
I didn't know. I thought
Oh, just
yeah, that was
Yeah, that was
Alex.
your share.
can you hear me okay? The technical side of things working all right?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's good. You'll get the unfiltered me with no coffee and just seeing the world for the time.
Version for you.
How are you guys?
We're good. We have lots of questions coming in for you.
Fantastic.
Yes, lots of people very excited. So we just watched our first Mystic Force episode. So we now have a little bit of a little bit more insight. We've always loved your costumes. You guys definitely got the best costumes, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah. So cool.
Well, I have to ask your origin. So you are originally from Australia?
From Sydney, Australia, yeah.
I didn't know that. The rest of your cast, are they from New Zealand?
All of them Australian, except for one, except for Nick, the Yellow Ranger,
Yes.
Where's Nick from?
Auckland.
Wow. I didn't know that. I gave Angie the wrong time too. I'm gonna have to fix it.
Good. It's no, leave it and see how she goes. Don't tell her I said
that you woke up and you actually saw the email. So great to have you. Should we just get to the questions? Because we have
you know
so
what? I wasn't gonna check my phone this morning. I had this whole thing worked out where I'm like, I'm not doing social media in the morning. I'm not checking emails. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna have this clear head. I'm gonna be like, seriously, today was the first day, and then I broke the promise to myself because I'm hopeless, and I checked my emails. And I'm like, oh, so
What?
it's good
Yeah.
for me.
Thank you for being working with us.
No, and I'm sorry to keep people waiting. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault at all.
I gave you the wrong time. So
Well,
we have questions from two of our channel members real quick that we're going to ask you. And this is Alex. You might have met Alex at Ranger Stop and Pop. He was doing the RSP Lounge. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
How
in
you
passing.
doing?
Yeah. How are you? Sorry that we woke
Very
you
well,
up.
thank
If you want to answer questions while making your coffee, you certainly can.
That's okay.
Aw.
Lucky headphones, by the way.
First question from Mikey, one of our channel members. With the prestige of the series, how honored did you feel to join the franchise?
Oh, well, okay, this is an interesting question because when I auditioned, I didn't realize that the series was still going. We didn't have it in Australia. We had the original, which came out when I was a little older, so I didn't really watch it. I saw it a couple of times on TV, but I sort of missed. I wasn't in the age bracket when it was huge, but everyone I knew of it. It was huge in Australia, but I think it got banned for a while, or because of it being violent. I know that happened in Auckland, I think, as well. So I'm not sure. And also, we never had pay TV, so it definitely wasn't on our free-to-air TV, which I didn't. I couldn't afford pay TV, and we just didn't do it. So I didn't know it was still going. So when I saw this audition for Power Rangers, I didn't know quite what it was. I was like, oh, this is still happening. So I was obviously excited to audition, but I had no idea of the world that had already been created by all these series afterwards, and the vibe behind it. So I really, and then when I shot it, this was when 2005, 6. So the internet, like chat rooms were just starting. And I think I went on to like one of the most basic chat rooms and was looking at sort of what people were saying about the show. It was like the beginning of, reading comments on social media and hating yourself or either being happy or like, oh, what have I done? And And I remember right where I was in Auckland, in the bedroom of the place I was staying, reading it on my laptop because we didn't have smartphones back then, and it was positive. A lot of the comments were positive. I remember just thinking, oh, thank God. And that was the first time I think I saw the fandom a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, but now after going to the conventions and like it's just on another world. It's opened up a lot. Like I've really seen what it means to people and how many people are fans and more than that, it's become, as you would know, like a sort of a family. Like being the same people year to year, and it's become more than I could ever have imagined when I saw the audition. I'll tell you that much.
Mhm.
So, all positive.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
love that. I just had a little epiphany. You were the first Australian on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of opened this up to, I mean, I know they ended up going into, they took production into New Zealand, but she was the first Aussie on the show. I did not know. I thought you guys were all from New Zealand. So I just learned something new. Thank you.
Yeah, and you possibly open the channel to them offering that I do my Australian accent, because I had
Yes.
everyone else had American accents in our series, but I was Australian. Say
Well, but how did they write that into the show? Did they just want you to be Australian from the beginning? Like, was he Australian in the audition, or?
I have a bit of a theory about this, that my accent wasn't very good. My American accent wasn't great.
Oh,
So whether that's true or not, but that's definitely how I felt. I don't know if I was being paranoid, but I remember looking around the room at the table read and thinking, oh, I'm not doing a really good job here. And then I thought, what's it sound like if he's Australian? And the Australian actually worked well with the character and just his sort of larrikin and vibe and being a bit of a smart aleck and I think they also wanted to differentiate between me and Karas as well, and just try and make as many differences there as possible. So I think so, and you know what? At first, I was disappointed about that because as an actor, I wanted to be on an American TV show doing an American accent. That was a dream, as you probably can relate to. There's that sort of and that was disappointing at first, but I'll have to say acting is a lot easier in your own accent.
Well, they're dynamic with the Australian accent, Americans. They really like it, So
well, that's what I didn't realize as well early on. I didn't know that much like we love American accents over here, and we want to do that. I didn't really put two and two together that over there they would find that appealing, and that would work for me. And seeing that now, I'm like, oh, I'm lucky I got to do that.
Yeah.
So,
it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, we have another question. Okay, this is from Chris, Chris Kolka, one of our channel members. He said, "Did you enjoy wearing the cape?"
Oh yeah, the cape was awesome. Again, I didn't know the capes were different until I had a chance to watch the other series, and because you got to remember, this is early days. I'm not even sure YouTube was around in 2004 or 5, and if it was, there wasn't a lot on it, so we couldn't just go on and watch all the other series and and understand what it was. It was hard to find all that data to sort of find the context of where you fit into this piece. So I think it was just a matter of like going into the production house and seeing if they had any DVDs of other seasons. Because like I said, we couldn't find it in Auckland or in Sydney. So it was only later that I was like, oh, the capes are different. No one else has had the capes. And so they felt just normal to us, as normal as capes can feel. But but you know what I liked about the capes is when we were fighting and doing, the morph and stuff, they had movement. They had that, so you can flick them and do things much like, dancers like sort of more baggy clothes because it provides like a delay on moves and sort of that's what the capes sort of do. So I think it's good in that was funny that way. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love
Yes.
that. Thank you.
All right, should we get into some of the super chats, Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll start reading them out loud. This one's coming from David. Hey, Richard, did you meet Firas Dirani on White Collar Blue? I noticed both of you work on that show, and what was it like to work with Firas?
You know, I didn't know Firas worked on that show. That's an episodic, like a sort of, what do you call it? You know, when each they have new people each episode, because it's what do you call it? You know, like it's a police drama. So so no, I did not work with him on that. We may have been in total different seasons on that. That was actually my first TV gig, and I had to be naked in that, so that was interesting. Yeah, that's a whole other story actually. I got my first gig, and then I was naked, and then all my friends watched it and teased me about it. So,
what was your character that you had to be naked?
he wasn't a good guy, and they strip searched him.
Oh,
And then they froze on just before they went to the adverts on my bum, and I
mooned.
remember being really sorry.
You mooned the world with your bum.
I literally did, and they they changed it from like a warm tint to a really cold tint. Like that was their thing of like white collar blue, and it went all blue, and so it was like a moon. It was literally like nighttime moon, and I remember watching it with all my friends, being really proud that I was on a show for the first time, and everyone just pointed at me and was like, "Oh my god!" and picked me apart. I was like,
Oh,
wow, this brutal world.
well, you got your superhero.
Yeah.
That story's for
that's
Power
good.
Rangers
But
playback.
in terms of, say again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, did you say I got payback? Is that what you said?
No, I was going to say that's a story for Power Rangers playback after dark.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah. But I want to see Firas's episode now. He's a really good actor, and working with him, I learned a lot about. I watched him sort of do his thing, and I thought he was really good. And I love watching the series back. And I recently watched it back before coming over to the last two conventions, just to sort of, remind myself. And it was really fun. And I was just, I was sort of like reminded. I was like, I thought he was great back then. And I'm still watching it now, going, nailed it. And yeah, we had a great time over in New Zealand. It was the first time that I sort of went somewhere to shoot something. So it was my first series reg, but on top of that, was in another country, and we're all thrown together, and you're a team on this TV series. So a lot of TV series, it's not like that. It's not always an ensemble cast. So we spent a lot of time together. Every day, every scene almost was together shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to know each other pretty well, and it can be a lot of fun.
The whole cast is so lovely.
Yeah. Were you union or non-union?
Non-union.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. We were told not to do it, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was on Disney, right? It was played
I
on
was
Disney.
what, 21, and I was like, I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Better or worse.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. And look at where we are now. 30 years for us, it's been 30 years. And Power Rangers is popular than ever. Like the toys keep coming out, comic books keep coming out, Reignition on Netflix. Like there's so much merch. It's incredible.
It is incredible. I'm really glad I did it. I see both sides. I can understand why they were saying that from their perspective, but also from a perspective of, as you know, of a young actor, and being that your first lead in a TV series, especially Power Rangers.
Yeah,
it's hard to say no.
Yes.
This next question is from David again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Kat.
for the last super chat. Was it David for the
David
last
as
super
well?
chat?
Yes. Yep. David as well. Yep. David would like
Hi,
to
David.
know.
How are you, by the way?
Richard, what was Melanie Vallejo like to work with?
Again, I mean, she's awesome, and just as talented. Fantastic actress. She's, and I saw her for the first time pretty much since shooting at Ranger Stop in where I was this like literally 2 months ago, where I saw you both, which was fantastic. And that was our reunion. We have not all been together since shooting this show.
Oh.
And I was just reminded what a legend she was.
Aw.
Yeah, it was awesome. It filled my heart. So yeah, she was great. Again, great actor. She had a great American accent. Both Faraz and Melanie both had. Well, they all did. They all had really good accents. I remember watching it back going, "Wow, these guys nailed it." Say again.
Which character was Melanie? What color was she?
Blue.
She was okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and her and Vita were sisters, you know. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, David.
David's back. David says, "What were some of your favorite memories working with Nick Sampson, Angie Diaz, and John Tui that you had, Richard?"
Oof, okay, so Nick is hilarious. He continues to be hilarious. He just constantly makes me laugh, and I realize that a lot of my best friends are funny people, and I've only recently figured this out. Not that they're funny, that I need funny people around me in my life to keep me laughing, and because I'm not funny, so I appreciate when I'm with really funny people, and that's really important to me. So that's been just a little something that I figured out about myself. Finally, at the age of 42. And Nikki's one of those people that when I'm around, I can't sort of get anxious or worried or sad, because he's just everything, you know, that comes out of his mouth, and he sees the world in a funny lens, and I just really appreciate that part of him. Apart from the fact that he's just a really nice guy, and intelligent and smart, and good to be around. So it was great to see him at the con as well. But yeah, he made us all laugh on set, so that's what it was like working with him. And you said John and Angie. Angie lives in well, she's up north a little bit, but she's I see her the most out of everyone. We do auditions together sometimes. We hang out. We have the same good friend that we used to read auditions with, so we'll bump into each other. I've always been super close with Angie. She's absolutely amazing. Say again.
She's very real, just very down to earth.
Oh yeah. She's awesome, and her and I got very close in when we were shooting. She was really supportive, and we just became tight friends, and so yeah, she's a very special person to me. Yeah, and John's a legend. I see him at a lot of cons, and I didn't work with him that much on the series. Well, we had a few scenes. I think Faraz had sort of more with him, but again, great actor, and just a really genuine guy. So whenever I see him, I'm always happy to see him and chat, and we had some good times at this last con, and some good moments together. I got a lot of time for him. He's a fantastic guy. We got lucky with this cast. It's not always that you get a cast that, you know, full of so many special people. So
Agreed.
Well, everyone's special. I shouldn't say that. What I'm saying is that the bond is special, and everyone gets along. Everyone is special.
Yeah, not every cast has had that experience, so we felt the same way with us. Our cast got along really well for the most part. I mean, you know, you're with each other so many hours a day. There's bound to be little, squibbles here and there, but for the most part, we all really loved each other.
We were like brothers and sisters, you know, just like brothers and sisters. You get into arguments, you want to beat each other up, and then you love each other again.
That's really nice to hear. I'm glad you guys had a good experience too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
David came back and asked, "Can you tell me what it was doing? How was it doing the once a Ranger, always a Power Ranger episode, and also working with the different Rangers from other seasons?
Oh yeah, so this is something that I was really lucky with this, because we didn't do the team up with the the whole our whole cast and the past cast. So which is a shame, for the other guys in my year. I know they would have liked to do it, and I would have liked to do it with them as well. But I did get the opportunity to come back with a bunch of Rangers from different seasons, and that was really nice, because I got to meet people that have had different experiences through their Power Ranger journey, and talk to them about that, and sort of be involved a little bit more in the Power Ranger world. It sort of opened me up to to the larger context of Power Rangers. And everyone in my team up again was awesome. And I've said this before, but there was something about finishing a series, and then when something's over, you sort of realize, like, you remember all the great things about it, and you realize how magical it was, and you really miss it. And a lot of times it's done. And you move on. And here I had the opportunity to miss it, and then get a call saying, "Hey, you can come back for 2 weeks and relive it all over again." And I was like, "Oh, that's great." You know what I mean? Like it's like I got a second shot, another go, like it's like I came back from holidays, and then like, "Oh no, you can go back for another week and do everything you didn't get done." So I felt really blessed to be asked. I'm not sure why I was asked, but I took it, and I ran with it, and I did my best shot, and yeah, it was really fun. I've got a lot of good memories just from that small time.
What year
doing
was
that? It was really special. Ooh, it would have been the next year after we finished shooting, so maybe like 2006 or 7.
Okay.
How many episodes did you do, Richard? Do you remember?
30, maybe 36 or 38 or something, or 32.
Yeah.
Something like that. In the 30s. Sorry, I'm giving you a wide range. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Can you remember?
We did in my season. We did 52.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did not do that many. No. Yeah, we did.
So you
great.
for like 6 months? Was it
How
like
many?
about 6 months for you, or?
Yeah, we did 7 months.
Okay.
What I remember for some reason I remember 7 months.
Yeah.
Quite strongly. I'm not sure, but but you know what? Some of that might have been training and pre-production and all that sort of stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, training. We didn't get that. We were just thrown in. We had literally.
Oh, you didn't get like karate training and stunt training and all that.
Only for the movie.
When we did the movie, we did stunt fighting, but all of our guys were martial artists. We were dancers, so we could pick up choreography, but all of the guys were just really, really great in martial arts. Yeah. Flips and spins and skydive, all that. Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's great.
It took about 7 months. We shot a movie and a whole 52 episodes of and Alien Rangers was right before that, in a year. We didn't get a.
Yeah, we did cluster. You guys do cluster shooting? Our cluster shooting is like we did 3 episodes in 10 days. So everything that was in the everything that was in the command center, we filmed everything from those 3 episodes. Half of the time we didn't know what we were filming. They would be like, "Okay, we're moving to this episode. Okay, we're doing this episode." Did you guys do the same thing?
Yeah, I think we did from memory. Yeah, I remember sort of having to flip between episodes and being like, "Sorry, where are we?"
Yeah. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, right. Wow, you guys did some good work there. Wow, that's awesome. 52 episodes.
Yeah.
And as fans, we enjoyed them all. This one's coming from Lafayette Williams. Hi, Richard. How did you feel about playing the Green Mystic Ranger, and how did it feel to get the Legend Warrior powers? That's my favorite scene.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm going to have to rewatch that scene because I can't exactly remember it. But I will rewatch it. And how was it playing the Green Mystic Ranger? Well, it's probably how you imagine it to be. You're getting to you're becoming a superhero. So you have powers. You're fighting evil. It's out of this world, but it's fun, and it's rewarding, and it's rewarding seeing it when it's all cut together, and the music and you see all the CGI, and you get these powers, and you become this larger than life, and as an actor, it's really cool. It's hard as an actor. I've always been more into sort of naturalistic sort of dramas. That's where I've gravitated towards. So watching something like this, where you've got to make this work, and then you see it become something magic that you and I both watch, that it's not only a testament to movie making, but also the sort of the imagination of the people who created this series, and so we both get the same feeling from it. The same feeling that you get from watching it, we get that too when we watch it. It could have just you been you or me in that role, but it's everything together that makes it what it is what I'm saying. So
Definitely.
yeah, we're just a small part in it.
Love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one is from Court Hyatt. I hope I said that right.
Oh.
Hi. Did you have experience with, and you mentioned this, with martial arts and gymnastics, and how did how long did it take to learn the American accent?
So we spoke about the American accent bit. I tried really hard with it, by the way. And I auditioned with an American accent, but yeah, accents have never been my strong part. But in terms of martial arts, I've always loved martial arts. I learned martial arts from a young age. I think maybe I was about 8 or 9 when I started karate, and went up to nearly got me a black belt. I wish I just did it now, but I was at the last year of school, and it was busy, and I had to drop something because I was doing musicals and cadets and all this stuff, and I was sports, and I was too busy, and we ended up just saying, my parents said you got to cut something, and I think I was brown belt 3 dans, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll just stop karate. I should have just got the black belt so I could for the rest of my life say I'm a black belt in karate, because that's sort of the everyone knows what that is. If I say it, but anyway, I loved karate. It was some of my favorite memories growing up as a kid, and I loved karate because I loved all the movies that made me want to do karate. I remember going to my grandparents' house, my nonna's house, and finding my Uncle Frake's cassette, VHS, putting it in. It's saying something different, but it said something like the Olympic Games or something, and I put it in. It wasn't the Olympic Games. It was Bloodsport with Van Damme.
Great film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think my nonna had walked down the road to see her Nonna, her husband, at the shop, at the fruit shop, and I was alone for a bit, and I'm watching Bloodsport, just going, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and from that moment on, and my uncle did martial arts too, so we would go down to the little hall down the road when we were being babysit and watch him do karate, and it's like when you're young and you see your older uncle or someone you think's really cool doing something, you're like, I need to do that. So he was sort of the first person I saw doing it. I'm like, I want to be able to do that. And then the whole family went. Me, my brother, and my dad went to karate twice a week for probably 6-7 years.
That's
Wow.
cool.
And it was a big part. We went on karate camps, all that stuff. Did all the sparring and so again, that's when the audition came through for Rangers. That was the part that I was really excited about. I was like, do I get to do martial arts? And at that point, I was 22 and I was still sort of flexible, and I could still sort of kick. Now things are a little different,
You get a little
too hard.
Yeah, little joints.
right? I just, I'm trying to get mobile again. This is big. I'm trying to. I'm getting all these, videos on my Instagram feed of like being mobile, and I'm thinking about buying all the courses. Let me tell you that much. Hey, Ken, how are you? Good to see you, Ken.
This one's here from Kent Brown. Said, "My boy Richard."
How you doing?
Thank you, Ken.
Great to hear from you, mate.
Let's see. Lafayette writes back and says, Mystic Force was my first Power Ranger season.
Oh, that's awesome. The first season of anything when it's in a series, and this is the same for albums and music. I was just thinking about this yesterday. I was watching interviews with different guitarists that have worked for that had worked for Ozzy Osbourne since his passing. That's all come back up, and there's interviews and stuff. And I remember, and I was reading this guy, J.K. Lee, who's this guitarist in Ozzy's third and fourth albums. And everyone loved his first guitarist, Randy Rhoads, and he died in a plane crash. I think it was a plane crash or a bus. No, I'm pretty sure it was a plane crash. And he's sort of got that status, where everyone's like, he's the favorite and he's the best there. And those two albums are the strongest. But my first album was Bark at the Moon. And that for me is so special because that's my first. And J.K. Lee's my favorite guitarist. And Jake never felt that, he always felt overshadowed by what had come before. And yet there were so many people that didn't have that sort of the world and telling them, oh, like you can't get a new guitarist, or no one will ever be able to replace Randy, or, there's a sense of story that can sometimes stop you from enjoying things. But if you come into something in the middle and you don't know what came before, and that's your first experience of the franchise or of that artist, I mean, same with so much music I know where people enter at a certain time and that's their favorite era. And there's so many old school people going, oh, no, the stuff before is better. And there's people going, the stuff later is better. Where you come into it, that's your memory bump. So to be your first season of Power Rangers is an honor. And anyone will say that across the board. When any Ranger hears that you watch their season first, we know what that means because we've had experiences like that with TV shows and with music and any other thing where we get what it means for that, for something to be your entry into it. Sorry, that's a long way of saying get it.
and it sticks with you for life.
We're all honored whenever you say, always let us know that if we're your first season, because we get what that means and we're honored to be that. And we understand how important that is.
Love it.
That was a long answer. But
it's so good. This one is coming from Ryan Van Story. Just wanted to stop by and say hello, icons. Hope all is well. If you all were asked to come back, what's something for your characters episode you'd like to explore to bring closure to your OG season?
Well, Ryan Van Story, number one. you have an iconic name. and that's a good question. Would you like to answer that first?
I feel like I've somewhat answered that in the Boom comic that I got to write, because I got a chance to write where I believe Tanya is now and who she ends up with, which I felt like when I was on the show, it was always alluded that Tanya and Adam, Johnny's character, were a couple, but it was never explored upon. And I often hear from fans, what did you think about that? Why didn't they expand upon it? Why did it? And so I was like, I'm just going to answer this inside of a comic. So yeah, I would love to be able to come back and there actually be a storyline. I felt like in Zeo, my first season of Power Rangers, Tanya, my character, had a lot more storylines that kind of focused on her. And then they kind of trailed off towards the end of Zeo and into Turbo. So yeah, I would probably, my character was a singer. She was a dancer. So it would be great. It would be great to kind of explore that a little bit more, where she is now, who she ends up with, kind of like what I did in the comic book, and maybe just expound on that a little bit. That would be great.
My character, they did in the comic books kind of show where she ended up and how she ended up there. So and then they, in once in a ways, they kind of solidified that. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea where she ended up. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to think. There's I don't know of anything out there that has explored it, but I always say, Xander was he always wanted to be the boss, and he was running the record store, which suits me. So he's probably, still running the store, or he's franchised it out, or he's got stores all over the country, something like that. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that was good.
Good question. Thank you.
This one's coming from Ono Ramirez. Great to see you, Richie. Who's one cast member you got the best along with, and any story you can share?
Great to see you too. Well, like I said before, and Angie and I were close, and she was really supportive, and she's always been a really great friend. And Nick has always made us all laugh, and I told you how important that is. And I'm just trying to think of a fun memory that we had. It was so long ago. I always just remember this moment where Varas was climbing a tree. He was very athletic. He was probably the most athletic out of all of us. He could actually do backflips and all that stuff. And we had these two huge trees and the canopy was touching. And we were waiting for a lighting setup, or it was raining or something. There's a lot of waiting on set, as you've probably heard. And I was just like, I dared him to climb up this tree and over the canopy and back down the other tree. And these are tall trees. Like, we're talking, probably 30 meters, 90 foot in the air sort of tree, like proper trees. And he started doing it. He started climbing this tree, and I can't remember how high he got, but he got high enough for the assistant director and director to lose their absolute marbles over it. Yelled at him to get down. And I think he was actually going to do it. And we were all watching, he's doing this. And everyone just thought, he was nuts. And I think I got in trouble for telling him to do it.
How did he get down? Did he just climb down?
He had to climb down, which was probably harder than getting up there, But but I just remember thinking, he's doing this and how dangerous it was. It's always stayed with me. But I think he couldn't back down from it. Like, he had to do it. He had to, he had that competitive spirit in him, and he had to go through. I respect that. It was good. But yeah, for some reason I really remember that. I think it was because the reaction we got from the whole crew was they thought we were idiots, basically, and they thought, stop, be professional, is basically where they were coming from.
If he were to get hurt, that would stop.
We understand. Exactly.
And that's why, the first season they were doing their own stunts. And it became so popular, but then, when you get hurt, that's like you're shut down. So yeah, I could only imagine, I can envision what the director and assistant and everybody was doing. Oh my gosh, get down, especially in the middle of a scene. So that's crazy.
100%. Yeah, we shouldn't have done it. Don't try so hard.
That was Jason Frank in our season, and Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying.
Into mischief.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, you're young, and there's a lot of time, and it's sometimes it's your first show, so you're really excited. Like, yes. You know what I mean? I look back then and I go, oh wow, I was very enthusiastic, maybe a little too enthusiastic, and sometimes, you know what I mean? Where sometimes, like, you learn that your enthusiasm can lead into being unprofessional, when you're younger, and that's something that I've had to learn to sort of learn about myself. Just stay calm. You're excited to be on set and you're excited to do these things, but don't try and be an adult, try and be mature. And that's definitely something I've learned over the years. Whereas I think, at 22 or whatever, when I did Rangers, I think we were all extremely excited, and there was just no filter on us. You know what I mean? There's no holding back, and and that's fun in a way, and it's good, but it's also you got to always make sure that you're respecting everyone in the crew and the process of filming, and so, but that's growing up.
Not everybody does that though.
No.
So I'm acknowledging and just, what is the word where you not bow down, but I just think that that's admirable that you discovered that. Because I mean, I've been on many sets where people have completely not just enthusiastic, but also think that they are better than other people, and it comes across, and people have lost jobs that way. But then there are some a-holes that still have jobs even when they do act like that. But I just think that that's wonderful that you figured it out,
Oh,
what works and what doesn't work when you're on a production set.
yeah. Oh, thank you. And still figuring it out for sure.
I love it.
As we all, well, maybe some people have figured it out, but it's okay to still learn, is what I'm saying.
Life is learning, guys.
Yes.
We have Richard for a little short, little bit longer. No more super chats, please. We have still like a few more to go through. If you're okay with it, Richard,
We do
Absolutely. I'm
rapid fire.
Yeah, we'll do them rapid fire
we'll
style
do
for
quick.
you.
Okay,
That way we can
quicker
get
to
you.
through
You can
more.
finally get your breakfast in your system.
Let me tell you, this coffee is going to be the more you wind up to a coffee, the better it is.
I know it. The better it is. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. I know.
Kent, how are you, mate? Right.
Ken's back. Also, an Overdrive episode. Do you wish Matt and Johnny got to do a little Green Ranger team up? Have a moment where all three of you were green?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously out of my hands, but that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah.
The reason he mentioned that was because when you came back for Overdrive, did you, Matt, Johnny, joke about how each of you have been Green Rangers in the past?
Yeah, I think that was definitely mentioned there. Yeah, 100%.
All right. This one's coming in from Zach Libran.
Hey,
I hope I said that right. Do you have any cool stories about Pedro Rudder? By the way, you are still the most attractive Green Ranger. Super smiley face.
That's very kind. That's very kind. Peter, oh my gosh, she was just. You hear this from everyone because it's true. She was just the salt of the earth, beautiful human being, kind. She was a mentor to us. Whenever I just close my eyes and think of her, it's just positivity and love, and that's all I can say. Honestly, she was a great person. It's such a big loss.
This one really quickly is coming from Kent Brown, and we got like two more. What you think of how they worked Rita Repulsa into Mystic Force? And Cat and Nakia, did you know she showed up in that season?
No.
I had no idea either. Rita Repulsa was in Mystic Force?
She was in Mystic Force.
I did not know.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's fantastic. They did that. It's
Yeah.
great to.
She lost her powers in space. So
Was she good? Was she now a good person? I gotta check that.
Because she lost her powers in space, and like all of the villains that were air and so forth, they lost their powers and became normal people. So when she was in Mystic Force, was she still a villain?
She must have came back as a hero, or the mentor, or something. I'll look it up after the show. This
on it. Intel. We need intel.
Yes, this
no, right? She was on the show with you. Did Rita come back on the show with you? It said Mystic Force.
Yeah, Mystic Force. Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what to do.
Who's Rita? Who's Rita? I don't know.
I think remember it was 20 years ago. There are some things that I will need to jog my memory, and I'm sure as soon as I look her up, I'll be like,
I'll chat GPT it. This last one's coming from Kenya Padilla.
Yep.
Richard, I love that you're the most handsome Green Ranger, and Xander was one of the reasons why I saw Power Rangers Mystic Force.
Is everyone having a trouble with that? Or
it's pink on pink. It's
How
pink
did
on
you do
pink.
that, mate?
When I was in the military, I trained my eyes to see through anything.
What was the question, Alan?
Richard, I love you're the most handsome Green Ranger, and Xander was one of the reasons why I saw Power Rangers Mystic Force. That was from Kenya.
Thank
So
you, Kenya.
less of a
Appreciate
question,
it.
more of a statement. But yeah, so
Very kind.
that's it
Thank
for
you.
all of them. Sorry
did
if we didn't get to everyone. I know there was a couple more that came in.
We have a fun
Sorry.
for you before you go.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, which one do I want to throw at you? Okay, if you had superpowers, actually, I need to do a sound. It's
Yeah.
we need to do a drum sound. No, a horn. I'll do the horn. Okay. If you had superpowers, what would they be and why?
Okay, that's a good one. I think flying.
Oh, my
That's
I
really
always
favorite.
wanted to. Is that your favorite? Yeah. Something about it is just, and we're going to be able to fly soon. I don't know if you guys got into VR. Well, we're already flying with planes, but I don't know if you play on VR headsets much or had any experience in that. But I love it and I'm hard into it. And on the PlayStation VR, there's a game called Walkabout Mini Golf. And they have these beautiful mini golf worlds where you play mini golf. But one of the features is you can tap the joystick and you fly up and can glide over the world. And you're doing this in VR. And even though it's in VR, it's the most magical feeling. It's so good. And this is just, basic graphics. I mean, it's beautiful graphics, but this is just the beginning. Like with AI generated worlds and new headsets coming out, give it 5 to 10 years and we're all just like, you'll just be able to fly out of your room and out wherever you want to go. And you'll get
the Opera House or the Barrier Reef or
you will. We'll get there. It won't feel exactly, but it's pretty close. It feels, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel amazing. And I think why? I think I've always liked seeing bird's eye views of things. I'm not sure why, if it's a sense of context or being a sort of above and being able to see in front of me what's there, or maybe I feel safe. I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked into the, too deeply into why it's the case, but I know it's exhilarating and when I lived in LA, like I liked the hills because I liked the view, like of seeing like the lights sparkling and I don't know. I don't know why I want to fly.
Before we get out of here, I did want to
Inspired
mention
me.
this. Dawn Mama Smiley, who's a super chatter and been part of the Ranger family as well. She sent me a text and said that Rita did play the Mystic Mother at the end that told them they were never without magic.
Wow.
Well, that's a pretty important part of the series, isn't it?
Yeah.
oh wow. He's
Richard,
like,
do not feel bad. So Kat and I, when we started doing this channel, initially we were supposed to be doing watching episodes, reviewing them, and talking about what was happening in them. And we were
oh my
just
gosh.
on the cusp, just coming up with things. Couldn't remember who some of the villains were.
Yeah.
There were so many things we couldn't remember. So we just start saying to our fans, I was like, please correct us. By the end of the video, we'd be like, correct us and tell us the right name
We
of
got
this
corrected
villain.
a lot. Yeah.
You're correct.
To be totally honest with you, this is embarrassing to admit, but I did not know how we got in the Megazord. And I was on the show for over like almost 200 episodes. I was like, well, we like the Zords come out from the command center, like from under the ground, and then we like teleport into it. I did not know that's how. I didn't know how they all fit together. Like I was so confused. So, 30 years later, I know now.
Yep. I just learned right now how we got to the Megazord. I never thought about that. I was like, we were just there, but yeah we had to get there.
Jump in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna work it out. Do we all get in the same way, or do we all have different megazords?
I think different seasons probably do it differently. Alex.
Oh God, I shouldn't be asking that
Everyone
question.
gets in the same way. You jump in and you jump out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alex.
that's what I thought. I thought we just appear and it appears around me. I mean, that's
Yeah, that too. That works. It's mystic, right? So you just stand there.
I can just say magic. I can answer.
I love
doing
that.
it with
Yeah.
magic.
That's
I love
actually
Power of the green mystic force.
the power of invested in me and the
That's
cape.
it. Yeah, and the cape. Oh.
Before we let you go, what are you up to today, and where can people find you?
Okay, today. Well, today
Well,
I've got and over. Meaning I was literally going to tell you what you meant by today. Seriously. In general, I am. I'm still based in Sydney and just still auditioning and doing a few acting jobs here and there. I'm concentrating a lot on music. I've got a home studio and I'm producing an artist at the moment called Lauren Azar. She's got a song out called "This Is Letting Go," and we're releasing a song in maybe a month, probably about a month from now, called "Float," and we'll have a whole album out hopefully by the end of the year.
Wow.
Definitely by the end of the year, and that has been soul fulfilling for me. Producing music, I finally I can spend 10 hours a day doing this, and I'm upset when the day ends.
Oh,
I can really lose myself. Yeah, I love it. So that's been good, and I'm a musician myself. Sorry.
What kind of music? What's the genre?
Her stuff it's sort of like a bit late 90s, early 2000s, sort of emo, female led. Think like Alanis Morissette meets Jeff Buckley meets
nice.
No Doubt, sort of that sort of meets Radiohead.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's her amazing songwriter, incredible voice. I remember when she was in the studio and I made this track for her. This is the first time she sat in, put the cans on and sang to it. And I started crying. Like I was holding back tears. I was like, I've got like a pro world-class singer sitting next to me singing, and it just sounded so good. And she took off her headphones and we looked at each other and we just burst into like laughter / tears because of how good it felt. Yeah, so I'm just honored. I'm honored because this is the first thing I'm really producing professionally. So I'm honored to be working with her, and it's so that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to produce music, and I'm gigging. I'm gigging maybe 4 nights a week to pay the bills, just around Sydney, just covers. Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
And that's me, the simple life.
Wow, Richard, thank you
You're
so
wonderful.
much. Thank you so much for waking
Thank
up
you.
and looking at your phone. I'm so sorry I was at the wrong time. So sorry.
No. It's totally understandable, and I'll start my my social media detox tomorrow morning.
Yes, there you go.
I'm so glad I caught it, and I'm really sorry for you guys having to wait for 18 minutes on the live chat without me. That I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I wish I could have jumped on as soon as I saw it. Yeah.
Are we going to get to see you at another convention anytime soon?
I would love it. Sorry.
Maybe Morphicon next year.
Yeah. I if everything goes to plan, I'll see you at Morphicon for sure.
Good.
Thanks for having me at in
guys.
Atlanta. Sorry.
I said we would love to spend more time with you guys, with your cast.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. And now that we've had this good chat, I think when we see each other over there, I don't know, we sort of know each other a bit better.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so we'll have a good catch up over there.
To Atlanta. So it was so great having you in my final year. That was amazing. Thank you guys.
I know, and it was really special. I have to say that it's probably got to be one of my favorite cons. It was amazing. So big thank you, and big thank you to Javier. And yeah, it was really magical. And I love that hotel. How cool is that space?
It was nice.
The
Yeah.
atrium and yeah, very cool. Yeah, but that was really special. So thank you, and on behalf of all of us at Mystic Force, they would say the same.
Oh, well, thank you again. Go
special.
get your coffee and your
Yes.
breakfast.
Thanks, guys. What time is it there, by the way?
4:13
Well, 4:13, yeah.
p.m.
Time for your afternoon coffee as well. If you
Yes.
love coffee.
Cocktail.
Yeah, cocktail. I'm gonna have a glass of wine probably.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Great to
Rich.
see you again, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Richard.
Bye.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Oh, I love him. I'm
Yeah.
so blessed to have him.
Yes.
Like I'm so mad at myself because I had the wrong time, but now I've got to fix it for Angie. So Angie from Mystic Force is going to be with us
in at 27th.
27th.
Yeah.
27th.
You know, we're not the most technical. We're not trying to pretend otherwise. You know,
No, this is you take
just
us
take us as you get us.
as we are. And we did not do super chat. Super chat, raise them up high. Yes, thank you guys. We're going to be in San Jose this coming up weekend, and then we have Iowa
in
next
September, and there's one other one in September.
Yeah, there is.
There is, but it's.
I'll be back in Atlanta. I'll be back in Atlanta
yes.
at Joelanta. And I will be, what is it called? I'll be over the Barbie section. So I'll be the host of the Barbie area. I don't know if you know, but I'm a Barbie doll as well. Done a few Barbie
living
shows and
proof
movies.
Of the Barbie doll. She manifested it into human form.
Thank you guys.
Mwah.
Bye.